Alrighty. What is up, everybody? Pedro here from KEPTI Fishing. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to be doing a product reviews here. We're going to be reviewing a couple of new rods and reel, rod and reel that Tsunami came out with recently. And we're going to be going over it. I've been fishing with them a couple of weeks now, and they're amazing. So we're going to talk about the new rod and the new reel, and we're just going to jump into it. So first I'm going to talk about the reel, and then we're going to talk about this rod that I have here. So the reel that we have here is the Tsunami Evict II low gear. This is a brand new reel that came out this past season, and it's my absolute favorite specialty reel. And what I mean a specialty is that every reel has a solid purpose. Like the Tsunami Saltwater 2, that's a specialty reel for surf casters, and the Armor Tech is a jetty fisherman. Good if you're fishing jetties, if you're fishing the beaches, and I've used it for blackfish as well. It's great. And then you got your Tsunami Shield 2, more of a budget-friendly reel that you can use for fluke, you can use it for stripers, you can use it for tuna with the 8,000 size sharks. It's one of those low budget, budget friendly reel. Saltex is your high-end reel, but this Tsunami Evict II, the low gear that I have here, is a specialty reel for togging and bottom fishing. Very finicky today. Nice one. Oh, with this boom, baby, you never know what's a nice one, right? This feels like a nice one, though. Yeah, this one's a nice one. Yeah, pretty nice one. We got a 40. Huh? I know they're nice and thick. Got a nice one on here. It's probably like a tiny tog. Whoa, jeez. Not even struggling with this Evict II 3000 low gear. Nice and torquey. Ooh, double header. Hey, Chris. Double header. Double header. And I'm going to get into that, why it's so special. And I'm going to compare this 3000 size that I have here to the original Tsunami Evict 3000. So we're going to break this reel down and we're going to go over it and why you should get this reel. It's just an amazing reel. So I've been using this reel for the past couple of weeks now, about over a month and a half, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorite reels for the things that I do, which is bottom fishing and togging. And this is a beautiful looking reel. Like, just check that out. It's a 3000 size, and it's a low gear version. So what Tsunami did this time with the Tsunami Evict II is that they did a high gear and a low gear. So the low gear is more for blackfish, for bottom fish fishermen. And the high gear is your typical, if you're casting tins for false albacore and stuff like that, or if you're striper fishing with a 4000 size, it's a perfect reel for that. But for what I usually do, for what we do a lot of togging, and we do a lot of bottom fishing, you know, and that's why the low gear is perfect for the bottom fisherman. It's very, very torquey, as one of the guys on the Jamaica 2 said. It's very torquey, it has a lot of cranking power, and I've hooked some big tog with this reel, and with other reels, without that torque, I do struggle a little bit just getting that cranking power, forcing that fish out. But I've landed 5 to 6 pound fish off the land, off of jetties, with ease with this reel. Like, I wasn't even struggling. Now with the rod, a little bit, but the reel worked flawlessly. So that's a good thing with the low gear. With the high gear, like I said, it's more for stripers, more for bluefish, more for throwing tins for false albacore, Spanish mackerel, bonito, and the 2500 size of the high gear, and 3000, 4000 of the high gear, perfect fluke reel. Nice and small, good drag system, and it's just perfect. So we're gonna break this reel down. Like I said, we got the low gear, and the key differences with this and with the 2, instead of the first generation, it's titanium, aluminum, and has that carbon fiber drag system like the Salt X. So they brought a couple of the things from the Salt X and put it into this reel, like the titanium spool lip and the carbon fiber drag system, now that they have in the Salt X, Shield, and Evict. And it looks completely different. So this is 3000. Has 9-to-1 bearings. It's a 5-3-1 gear ratio, so that's how you can tell it's a low gear version. It has a Comexa style power handle, which I absolutely love. It's perfect. It's very lightweight. It's very small. Braid capacity is 10-pound test. You can handle it to 375 yards. 15-pound test, it can handle to 290 yards, and 20-pound test, it can handle 240 yards. Excuse me. 30-pound test PE line. So breaking point of 30-pound test, diameter of 20. So I could fit 240 yards of it, which is just absolutely sweet. And it's very smooth. Very, very, like, extremely smooth. And it's so lightweight. It's incredible. So it has that, you know, that manual locking system they have to lock, so the reel will last a lot longer. That aluminum shaft that saves weight on this reel, believe it or not. They brought that from the Salt X, put it in the Shield, and now put it into this reel. Titanium spool lip, carbon fiber drag system, and aluminum shafts. So, and stainless gear shafts as well. And it's a stainless S drive. So this is a reel that you can beat up. Like I said, fully sealed. It's completely beat up. I'm gonna take apart this reel and we're gonna check, you know, the insides of it. Simple as can be. So this is a aluminum shaft with aluminum bearings and aluminum and stainless steel gears, as you can see right there, and it's a stainless steel drive. So stainless steel bearings and an aluminum shaft, which looks very cool and very, very simple and fully sealed. Now with drag system, you can see here that you got your stainless steel and you got your carbon fiber drag system there. So the carbon fiber drag system, which I found, it holds up. Yes, it holds up a lot better than any other drag system. So I definitely like the carbon fiber and titanium and aluminum on this, and stainless steel on this reel. And they've packed it in so nicely that it's super light on any rod that you put on here.
Yeah, baby.
Woo. That's a pig. Evict II 3000 low gear, baby. Yeah.
That's easy.
Keeper and a half.
Oh, the old man left already. Hold on. Why are you cleaning your hand up, my jacket?
1 ounce
The old
Tautog
man
jig.
left already?
1 ounce Tautog jig. Evict. 18 and a quarter. For me, it's the perfect specialty reel what I put. And as well as the first, I use the first a lot for tog, for fluke, for stripers, for bluefish, for bottom fishing. They have improved so much with this reel. It's no longer a plastic body, it's an aluminum body. So you can bang this up. I wouldn't recommend it, but it can last a lot longer than the first. So now, we kind of broke this reel down a little bit. I'm gonna put the specs right up here. Drag system, gear ratio, as you see, 5:3:1. So you guys can take a look at that. With all the sizes as well. I'll put a little sheet right here. It should be covering the whole screen. But this reel, it's sweet. So the first one, I'm gonna just break down the first one real quick. It has carbon drag and CF3 drag system. So that means it's 3 times the carbon drag in the drag system. Now it's around the same size, right? It's a thicker spool. So with a thicker spool, it actually holds, it's shallower, so it holds less line. This one has a thin, deep spool, so it holds up a lot more line, and it conserves weight. So this is, again, completely plastic with a aluminum body. And now this is the 3000. This is a 7.1 bearing system, but this one isn't fully sealed. It's not even sealed. Only the bearings are sealed. So if you get this wet, it's gonna ruin. It's gonna get. It's gonna be bad. But I've got this wet a couple of times, and no sound. No sound. Completely. It's awesome. 5:8:1 gear ratio, so that's still a little more torque, as well as the 5:3:1 gear ratio, and it's completely plastic with aluminum. You know, it's very nice. Has a plastic. It's still a very good reel. You know, it has that plastic bail with aluminum shafts hidden in there, so it makes it a little heavier. And you got your stainless steel aluminum handle there. I absolutely love this handle as well, you know. And with the insides, we're going to take a look at the insides. One of the main differences between this 3000 Evict, the first generation, against the second one. There you go. So a lot simpler design. You know, you got one gear right there, and you got your aluminum shaft, and that's it. And believe it or not, the new Evicts have the same gear shaft as a Saltwater and a Shield. So they're sort of bringing down the Saltwater with titanium and aluminum shafts and gears and stainless steel gears and aluminum and brass gears down to the other reels. The Shield has aluminum and brass gears. It has the aluminum spool lip. It has the aluminum and stainless steel shaft. And it's sort of built the same as the Saltwater. While with this Evict, it has the titanium spool lip, the same carbon fiber drag as all the other reels, the Shield and the Saltwater, and it has an aluminum and stainless steel mix of shaft and stainless steel and aluminum gears. So a lot more stuff going on, and this holds up a lot better against the stainless steel and the aluminum. Right? So it's going to hold up, it's going to last a lot longer than the first generation, but the first generation has been just amazing. It's been sweet. The Evict II is an upgrade. Everything that was wrong with the first, they fixed and put better components in the Evict II, right? Now, carbon fiber and stainless steel drag system. Now, only stainless steel and regular carbon with the first generation. So they're sort of built the same, but with quality components. Now, I'll tell you one thing is that looking at the two spools, as you can see, you can tell what I'm talking about. This is much thinner and deeper than the first one. It's a lot more shallower, and it's a lot bigger. So it's a little heavier, and holding it in my hand, this one is a little heavier than this one. Now, the main reason is because you have titanium, you have carbon fiber, you have stainless steel and aluminum into this very spool. You only have two components, stainless steel and carbon fiber, and three with aluminum, and it's a whole lot of it. It holds up the same. Carbon fiber is a lot lighter drag system, and it holds up a lot better. So when you hook into a very big fish, that drag system is not going to fail on you. I haven't had the drag system fail yet on my first generation Evict, and like I said, I've been hooking 5 to 6 pound fish with the Evict II drag system, and I haven't had a problem with either one. So Tsunami took that extra precaution. If you do hook a giant fish, that drag system is going to hold up. You're able to lock that down pretty well, and you're not going to break anything. So that's why you got to give kudos to them for putting the carbon fiber, stainless steel, and aluminum into their drag system. Like I said before, if you guys have the first generation Evict, not a problem with it. There's carbon in the drag system, stainless steel, and aluminum. That's going to hold up. But if you're looking to upgrade that reel, I would say go with the Evict II, the low gear. If you're heavy into togging and heavy into sea bass, bottom fishing, like sea bass and porgies. Right now, it's October going into November. This is the time when you got big blackfish coming into the shore. You got some big sea bass and porgies offshore, and these stripers are coming in heavy. But right now, at this point, it's mostly the tog and the bottom fish, and right now togging is on fire wherever you go. So I have been putting the pressure on this Evict II every time I go out. Has not failed me yet, which is just mwah, chef's kiss. Same with the Evict. Last year, the first generation, around this time, I've been putting heat on that reel off the jetties with 5 to 6 pound tog. Not a problem with it. So they're both very incredible reels. Just let me know in the comments which one you have. Do you have the first one, or are you looking to get a second one? And these reels are going to be linked down in the description box below. I definitely recommend, if you're looking for a high quality specialty reel for bottom fishing, I would definitely recommend this awesome reel, the Tsunami Evict II. I would recommend, like I said, the low gear version, because that gives you more torque to horse these big fish out. These two reels are amazing. The new Tsunami Evict II low gear is just an incredible reel, and I've only had it for about a month and a half now, and chef's kiss, like I say. So I definitely recommend picking one up. I recommend the 3000 size. The 3000 size is the perfect size for jigging for blackfish. And if you've seen our recent videos with sea bass fishing on the boat, you know, I've put some nice big sea bass and porgies on this reel and some big blackfish. So there's definitely not a problem with this reel wherever you go. If you're looking for a high gear ratio, fully sealed reel, I would say go with the high gear ratio, the 2500 or 4000 or 3000 for Fluke, stripers, bluefish, anything. That's what I would recommend. But these Evict II, for a brand spanking new reel that came out this past year, is just incredible. So these two reels are amazing. I definitely recommend the Evict II for your specialty reel. It's just amazing. Let me know if you have any of the new Tsunami reels, the Saltwater, Shield, and Evict, and what are your thoughts. Link them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. It's just amazing to for people to tell me that the Saltwater has been working flawlessly, or the Shield. So I definitely recommend picking up an Evict II. But we got one more thing that has been, people have been requesting this rod for a while now, and it's an amazing rod, I'll tell you that. And this is, let's flip it around correctly, because some people are telling me I've been putting the rods upside down and you can't see the lettering, so sorry about that. The new, brand spanking new Tsunami Carbon Shield 3 surf rod. No, mind you, The words that I'm going to say out of my mouth, you've probably heard me say it all throughout this video. Chef's kiss. Amazing, amazing rod. I've had this rod for the same amount. I got these two rods, the rod and the reel, at the same time. So I've been fishing about a month and a half now. They have the pocket grips like they've done in the Saltex and the Forged. So pocket grips, a Fuji buck cap, an aluminum reel seat with a carbon fiber splitter, same design and same reel seat, just a little bigger that they did on their inshore rods. Pocket grip, foregrip, and you got your signature carbon shield logo there. I just absolutely love this new logo that they've done with these rods. And yes, titanium guide, the titanium proprietary guides that Tsunami came out with, and it's a 50-50, so it's a 50-50 split, so it's perfect if you have a sedan or if you're traveling somewhere and you need a two-piece rod. Look at that, it folds with ease. Now I'm just clip this together just real quick, and you got titanium guides going all the way down to tip top, and I mean, check out this bend. It's an incredible bend. It's just amazing. Hey Elizabeth, you mind bending that rod a little bit for us? Just a little down, a little more, a little more. Perfect. You mind raising it up a little bit? We got Elizabeth helping us out here. But if you could see, look at that. You have nice soft tip and it shuts off about right here. Now, all this tip section is perfect for striper. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. For striper fishing. Now, not only good for stripe bass, I would not recommend this, but I have used this for blackfish. Yes, I've used this rod for blackfish. I have been testing it out on the blackfish grounds, and it has not failed me yet. Hey, Nat! Never mind, never mind. Whew. That might be keeper. So, if you guys want a two-piece blackfish rod, I recommend this rod. But it gives you all of this tip section and that bit of backbone right past here, and gives you all of this backbone to horse out these awesome fish. It's good for throwing spooks. The Tsunami Topwater 6-inch spook. Also the Tautog Pro Minnows is incredible. Throwing shads is incredible. This rod is super sensitive, super parabolic. As you can see, very parabolic and very, very light. So I have the 7-foot medium version. This is up to 20 pound test braid, half ounce to 2 ounces. So this is the 7-foot version. For where I usually fish, I like to have a 7-foot to 8-foot rod, especially if throwing for smaller plugs when these big stripers are on these small baits like peanut bunker, mullet, and then as soon as the bigger bunker come in, I'll bring out my bigger rods. But for right now, this new Tsunami Carbon Shield 3 surf rod is incredible. Very lightweight, very strong, very sensitive, very parabolic. And it's good for whatever you're fishing. For striped bass, for bluefish, you can use it off the surf. For fluke fishing, with bucktails and high-low rigs. And yes, you've heard it from myself, togging. I've caught nice tog with this rod, and it's been sweet. So I definitely recommend this rod if you're starting getting into it. Surf fishing. It's a budget-friendly combo, budget-friendly rod. Great for surf fishing, 8-foot. They go from 7-foot all the way to 12-foot for, shark fishing. But if you're starting out, a 7-foot to 9-foot rod is perfect for whatever you're doing. Striper fishing, bluefish, fluke, and if you want a 2-piece rod for togging, also togging with the 7-foot. So my thoughts on this rod: very affordable, very lightweight, very, very strong. So I definitely recommend this for any new fisherman that's starting to get into the surf game. I definitely recommend this rod. It's not going to kill your pockets. And then when you want to go higher end, go with the forged or the Saltwater. You won't regret it. So this Carbon Shield 3 rod is amazing, and I have been using this rod with my Saltwater or even with the Evict II for togging, and I mean it is perfectly balanced. We're gonna do a balance test right here. Whoop, let's see if I can do this. I got a camera right there, so it's probably gonna fail. There you go, perfectly balanced. Check that out. So my thoughts on the rod and reel, they're amazing. They're two amazing new products that Tsunami came out with. I definitely recommend pick them up. Again, these two rods are going to be down in the description box below. So if you want to check out any of the rods or reels, the rod and the reel, description box below. It's just sweet. I give this Tsunami Evict II low gear a 10 out of 10. Same for the rod. They're just amazing. I can't wait to put bigger fish. I want to hook a 40-pounder with this rod, and a nice 13 is my lucky number, so we're gonna give a 13, pound tog on this reel, hopefully. But I want to thank everybody for clicking on this video, and hope this helped you out. If you want to give some clarity on the new products that Tsunami came out with, the new reel and the new rod, like I said, they'll be linked down in the description box below. Please like, comment, share to your family, friends, and subscribe. All support from everyone has been helping us so much to put out some new videos. But remember, life is better when you add fish and water, and we'll see you guys out in the next adventure. As well as don't forget to click this video right here in the top left corner. It's just as awesome as this one. Tight lines, everyone, and let the fall run begin.